Hello and welcome to 25.2. We're your first hosts. My name is Andrew Raitt with CrossFit Trussville. This is Candace. Welcome to week 2. We're excited to have you. We have a repeat tonight. It's 22.3. If you were in our community group, I unfortunately called it. I feel terrible. I always do a sarcastic write-up. Candace asked me to do it, and it was all gibberish, and then I ended up calling it correctly. I feel terrible about it.
I need to also give a little credit to John Mize because he came up to me. He also guessed it.
Oh, wow. How about that?
He guessed it too.
How about that? So I am going to head on in. I'm actually going to go tonight. Last week I went at 9 a.m. and I'm actually going to go tonight at 4:25. And this time we have so much more help this year. It's a well-oiled machine. I'm actually going to be able to warm up this time. So I'm going to hop off camera, but Candace is going to go over our heat schedule. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. She's going to go over who's going. And tonight, Automatic Fire System is actually donating Visa gift cards to folks on site and in the comments. And she's going to go over that. So if you're listening to me right now, if you are watching, you can win a Visa gift card to use anywhere by Automatic. So I'm going to hop off camera, go inside. Candace, you good?
I'm good.
All right. I'll bring somebody else out here.
Go team, go.
Yeah.
What's up, peeps? Okay, so I'm going to give it just a second before I give you the question. Hey, pick me. Kayla, that's not how this works. So, go Team Red. I see Lane's comment. Lane actually dropped into another CrossFit gym today because she had to be out of town. She already crushed the workout today, too. We will have a question for you in just a second, but I'm going to let you know a little bit about who's going in this first heat that you're going to see on the live stream. So, it will be at 4:05-ish. Look, there they are. They're always on time. You got Josh, MC on the mic. He always keeps them rolling. And then we got Mel on that camera. So here's who you're going to see in that lane 1. You have Taylor McMahon. Then we have Bailey. And we have Daniel Smith, Sarah Beth Jones, G2, Mike Pender, George Ferris, Catherine McMahon, and Sydney. So these athletes taking it on. A lot of them right already to those doubles. So this one, repeat back from 22, I believe. And a lot of athletes, some excited to take it on. They had scores that they were trying to beat today. It all comes down to strategy, in my opinion, on those thrusters. So breaking them up early, if those are not your jam, trying to keep that heart rate down is a thing. What's up, Perry? As Gabriel, we see you. We see you. So we'll be going to camera in a minute so we can zoom in on some athletes and show you some of that action. Here we go. Yep, so there's G2 right there. I don't know if he did the RX version of this last time, but he should do pretty well on this. I know he's trying to get through those bar muscle-ups. His dad went earlier and got through 10 of the 15 bar muscle-ups, so I know he's at least got to beat that. That's probably his main goal right now. And then we have Sarah Beth and Chris Jones, which is our sponsor of that gift card right over there. She's going to be going. She came up and asked if she should go RX or scaled. And I told her she should do RX because she has brought in so many new skills this year. Here's Mikey. Mike went to the games last year as a Masters athlete. There we go. All right. We're going to give you your questions. Are we ready? Here's what we got. Let me pull them up for you. So it's a 2-part question. So I have 2 questions. Your first question is, how old was Andrew when he bought CrossFit Trussville? How old was Andrew when he bought CrossFit Trussville? Your second question is, how many people are registered for Friday Night Lights to compete tonight? So, how old was Andrew when he bought it? And then, how many people are registered for Friday Night Lights to compete tonight in-house right now? So, start throwing up some numbers. Let's see what you got. Let's see. I see a 19 by Will. Will, I love your confidence. Corey, 22. Yeah, so you got 2-part answer. You got how old was he? And then you also need to answer how many athletes are going tonight. Hey, great. Great guesses. Great guesses. While y'all are guessing, we'll check out Mike. Mike right here. Mike going into his first set of thrusters, I would say. Hannah, 18. I love your age guesses. These age guesses are awesome. The fact that everybody's brain is going to the fact that Andrew was maybe not even out of high school when he bought it is awesome. Here we go. Back to G2. G2 just ripped through those chest to bar. He's on to his doubles. His thing that he will like probably the least is going to be those thrusters. Gymnastic stuff he can do all day. All day long. 21 and 55. That is a great guess. Great guess. Keep them coming. You can guess more than once too. If we haven't said there's a winner yet, keep on guessing. Keep typing in those numbers. There we go. 48 registered for the Open. 128 for FNL. Okay, so the number that you're trying to guess on that second one is how many are competing tonight. So how many athletes are registered for heats tonight to go? We got a 20. There we go. Let's see. Here's Dr. Daniel and Bailey. So Dr. Daniel Smith taking it on today, hitting in those chest to bar pull-ups. Let's see. 23 and 53, 23 and 45. We're getting close. 55. Great guess, Kayla. Still not there yet. Keep guessing, keep guessing. Here we go, Daniel in those chest to bar. Bailey working through chest to bar. Here's Taylor. So last week, guys, Taylor right there was either second or third place in the men's RX division. 21 and 139. Also a great guess. 57. Haven't gotten the double answer yet. All right, Taylor done with his doubles. Back to those thrusters. So how this workout goes, guys, if you haven't seen it, you start out with pull-ups. So you've got 21 pull-ups. Then you have, I believe it is 42 doubles. And then you're going into 21 thrusters at your first weight. Then your skill level increases. So we go chest to bar with a little bit less. So you're going to have 18 and then 36 doubles, and then a heavier weight thruster, 21 and 52. Good guess. Good guess. And then their very last thing, their highest level skill, gymnastics today, is going to be those bar muscle ups. So today's going to be an exciting one because you're going to have some athletes fight to get to those bar muscle ups and then potentially get their first muscle up that they have ever done. We've already had today, Mary Latimer went and she got her first bar muscle ups yesterday, practicing them, and she got 3 today in the workout. 21 and 54, 21 and 53 by Jeremiah. These are all great guesses. Guys, we're looking at Sarah Beth right now. Sarah Beth working on those chest to bar. So we've got Sarah Beth right there. Jeremiah's right. We got Sarah Beth right there, ripping them out. Mikey over there to the left.
I'm going to hop back on.
Oh, he's back.
I went and did a set of thrusters, ran around a little bit, a little out of breath, but I couldn't resist. I had to come back out here. So, have you gone over strategy, what these athletes are doing?
We talked a tad about strategy. Just went over exactly what the workout is. Give your strategy tips. What are you thinking?
It kind of depends. A lot of athletes are looking at those bar muscle ups going, I can't do those. I can't do this workout. And that's the wrong. Ooh, I see these comments. It's getting competitive. I don't know how many people are in Friday Night Lights, so I can't give any body language tips away, but somebody's going to get it. Come on, Will. Come on, Tara. Kayla's coming for you, though.
You got a winner?
We got a winner.
No way.
We have a winner.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, nice. I thought it would have taken longer.
You've had a lot of guesses. A lot of very close guesses, but with one number right and another number wrong. But
I would have hopped in the comments, but I can't remember how old I was either. So all these guesses look good. But before we go over that, actually, let's just go ahead and do it. Why yeah.
You want to know the winner?
Yeah. Who won?
Yeah.
Jake?
Not Jake.
Joseph?
Not Joseph.
All right, who was it?
Jeremiah Colwell.
Nice
Smacked that
job,
on the money.
dude. Way to
First guess
go.
for him.
How about that?
21 and 53 is the correct answer. So he was 21 years old. Probably my favorite
Tara
comments.
has 2154 right there.
Let me tell you my favorite of the comments, though. People had you, they guessed 18.
Whoa.
I said the fact that you think he bought it right out of high school, which was close.
It was close.
But the fact that you could have been a senior and bought it.
Yeah, I think at 18 I was playing too much Halo too, back on the Xbox. But yeah, good job,
Yep.
Jeremiah. Way to go. We're going to do this again, so if you didn't win, I think did you say that Automatic donated 3?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We said they did some. We didn't say 3.
They donated 3. So we're going to figure out another way for you guys to win, and it is going to be in the comments. I think we're going to do one for somebody inside, but another one in the comments, and we'll announce that in a little bit. So if you're still on, you have another chance. Tara, I see you there. You can still win.
You were super close.
And the next one is for $100. So
Hey.
how about that? So
Sorry, Jeremiah.
sorry, Jeremiah. Now listen, Jeremiah may get another one.
Hey.
You can still win, bro. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So Mike Pender's in this heat. He's a games athlete. We went to the games in Birmingham, 70 plus. He's an absolute boss. He's approaching this intelligently. You asked me strategies for this workout. Don't be a defeatist. Don't say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Just identify what you can and can't do. And if you legit can't do a bar muscle up, because of those tie break times, you need to get to them as quickly as possible and then just be done. That's totally fine. If you think you can do one, whether it's a chest to bar or a bar muscle up, you need to pace intelligently, not burn out, not let your arms be numb, not let your legs be numb, but have enough energy to start doing singles. Not 2, not 3, 1, and drop. And let's see if G2, yeah, so G2 is doing exactly what I just said. 1, he's intentionally resting, and then he's going to do another rep. He's not trying to string together 2 or 3, because what happens is you do 1, then you go for another one, you fail, and you're wasting 90% of the energy that goes into that rep without getting it to count.
And wasting that grip. You got to save that grip.
You gotta save it. And those thrusters are nasty. The 95 ropes everybody in to going deep, and the 115 ropes everybody in. The 135 doesn't rope anybody. At that point, if you've made it there, you really just have to go. There's no excuses at that point.
So Taylor right here looks like he is working on bar muscle ups with 1 minute left in this workout. I don't know that he's ever done one.
Not to brag, but he asked me to help him, and walked over there and he got his first one.
Well, here we go. Let's see if he can do it again.
Oopsies. Did you already see him get one?
I haven't yet, but the camera was just now over here, so maybe he did.
Come on,
Maybe he
Taylor. He did great in last week's workout. Absolutely crushed it, and we won't be able to find out if he gets one. Now we will. Okay, cool.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Come on, Taylor.
Isn't that right?
Oh.
He's got at this point. If you've done this, you know you're absolutely trashed. You're exhausted. So it's no surprise. You can see that his muscles are shot, but he needs to rest for 20, 25 seconds, and then go for it.
Now he's got 10 seconds. Here we go. G2 made it through those bar muscle ups. He's onto his jump rope.
Yeah, I agree with you, Audrey. J-Bucks does deserve a Best Dressed award. And relax. I actually gave him his patriotic headband that he's wearing. Hopefully we get a close-up shot of that later. I gave that to him right before we got started. I saw that he had bought himself a cape, and it was a cheesy red, white, and blue headband. Not that, America's cheesy, not that, but the headband itself was 100% cotton, looked like 300% cotton, so I got him a cool one. Oh, look at that. No, he's like, oh, look at this guy. No, I want to see your headband. Look at that. That's a cool shot, too.
That is a cool shot.
Last FNL at GFC, man. Super exciting that we'll be in that new building soon. So, Candace, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go get warm now. A little bit warm. And then I think Gabriel's going to come join you.
And maybe Mike.
Yeah, awesome. Mm-hmm. I'll be back.
Yep, Corey, great question. What's your thought on quick singles of chest to bar? Great idea. I'm all about that. If you can't string them efficiently, doing singles is going to be great because you can hop down, hop back up just as fast as somebody who's trying to hang on and string them together. So, is it hot in here?
It's boiling. What's up, everybody?
Gabriel's in.
Here we
Gabriel is in. So, check it out. We had a trivia question.
Okay.
Let's see if you know the answers.
I know all of them.
Jeremiah already won, but
Oh,
here's it was for a gift card. But we have more chances later.
Okay.
So, number one question. How old was Andrew when he bought CrossFit Trussville?
Well, considering Andrew's only like 27, at least that's what he tells me. He's probably 12 when he bought the gym. I'm going to go with 20.
Ooh, very close. 21. All right, now, second question. This one's harder. Maybe not. If you've seen it, how many athletes are registered tonight to compete in FNL? Who's in a heat?
How many registered for the heats tonight?
Yep.
Okay, there's heats, multiple heats. I'm going to go with 53.
Oh, that's exactly right. You saw it. Did somebody say it? Nope, nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Check that out. So, Gabriel, did you get to watch G2 go?
Yeah, I was judging Daniel.
Okay.
And so G2 was right next to us, so I was able to watch and do both. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I probably missed some of Daniel's reps, but he won't care.
Did you give him bro reps?
Yeah, lots of them. No, Daniel did great.
No
he
bro
really
rep.
did a good job.
I'm sure G2's only goal was to try to beat you.
He did.
He got all of them.
He got all of them. He got back into the dubs, and his dubs are crazy fast.
Yeah.
So I think we're at the point now where he doesn't compete against me. He's trying to compete against Andrew and Lee because he realizes Dad's old and broken. And Dad just is waiting on those masters. I mean, 55 plus, you better watch out. I'm coming for you.
The masters. So, speaking of Andrew and Lee, they're in this next heat, guys. This next heat is a stacked heat of your top people, I would say, that are going to be in the top 5 this week.
Absolutely.
Your top 1 female will be in this one, Miss Sophia.
This should be called Sophia's Revenge. Like, this workout is misnamed.
100% hers.
This is built for her.
So we have, and they are literally side by side by side. So you're going to have Andrew, Soph, Lee, then you're going to have Kathleen, you're going to have Steven Sawyer, and then Ian in this heat.
Okay. Ian was working on muscle ups last night. He got a few. So maybe he'll get them, the magic of FNL. He'll pull some out. I hope.
I think he can do it because the thing about Ian is he has an insane engine.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does.
He has a crazy
he really does. He
engine.
can go. Did you guys answer Corey's thought on the quick singles on chest to bar?
I said, in my opinion, I'm all about them.
Yeah.
If you can't string them together, or if you can, but you can't when you're tired,
yeah,
you're going to go just as fast as somebody who is doing a kip like this, as long as you're hopping back up there. So it's something that you hit one, you hop down, you don't walk around in a circle. Right. You got to hop back up there, but if you can do it like that, it's going to save your grip, and it's going to keep your heart rate down a little bit more.
Well, I'll tell you, when I started today, my heart rate went through the roof. And the first set of pull-ups, I mean, I went fast. I went into the thrusters thinking I had a good pace. But once my heart rate got up, my chest to bar, I couldn't butterfly, but a few of them. And then after a while, I went to those singles. And to me, I agree. If you can do quick singles, that's what I would do.
Yep, that's what Mel was talking about doing that, because I asked her how she was feeling. She's been working on her bar muscle up. She said, honestly, I'm more worried about my chest to bar. I said, me too. Now, question, did you do your 21 unbroken thrusters?
No.
Okay. And I think, honestly, I think that's smart. I'm not a fan of putting a barbell down if I can hang on to it, but I think it's smart in this one because, like Andrew was saying, it's going to rope you in. And it's going to, if you're in it and you're going to not sit it down, it needs to be a pace like this, not lightning fast. I know you're trying to get to that tie break time, but if you shoot yourself in the foot on the 21s, you're in trouble for the whole rest of the
and what you're going to think, you're going to feel like Fran because you're doing the 21 pull-ups. You're going into, I mean, the dubs are what they are. I mean, if you're good at dubs, that part's really just kind of a breather. Yeah. But you get into those thrusters and you feel like, oh, this is Fran, and I do Fran unbroken on the 21s, and so I can do this. But then you forget this is longer than Fran.
And it gets heavier.
And
the
rig gets harder.
Yeah.
And so you can't go into this thinking it's Fran. You got to go into this thinking this is a little bit. This is for most of you guys, you need to be thinking this is like a 10-minute workout. I'm gonna pace myself out that way.
Yep. Did you do halves on thrusters?
So I heard G2 was telling me that he was watching something that Mayhem put out, and they were saying do thirds, which is kind of what I was thinking to start with, but they said break your thirds up into like 876.
Yeah.
Right. So you're always decreasing in reps.
Yeah.
Now G2 is just in there, and that was his mindset going into it. Right before he started, he said, "I'm going to do 14.7." So I mean, he changed it up right before.
Okay, yeah.
And that's not a bad idea either. If
He
you
can
can hold
do
on to
that,
that barbell,
though.
sure.
He can do that.
95 pounds is not that bad. It's just the problem is getting that heart rate up and not being able to pull it back.
Yes.
So you're in trouble if you get too hot, and that's what happened to me. By the time I got to the muscle ups, I mean I was
Smoked.
smoked.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Nice, Bridget Hafton. Bridget, if I were you, I'd have done it that way too. Thrusters.
Bridget got a little bit salty today. I know that's hard to believe. I was trying to encourage Bridget while she was working out at
What
9
did this
o'clock.
encouragement sound like?
Well, I thought she was going into the bar muscle ups and I thought that's where she was. I thought she was trying to do chest to bars.
Okay.
Because her bar muscle up just did this.
Okay.
And then back down. And I just very kindly just said, "Hey Bridget, you're on bar muscle ups." And she was very mad.
She did
She was
not
very mad.
appreciate that.
She said, "I was going to give you some hand signals, and I remembered you're my pastor, and I can't do that." So,
It was probably going to look like this. if
that's
I
what
had
she's
to
going to
guess.
say. I
Yeah.
love you so much. And so I hope she's watching right now, just to remember, Lot's wife. That's what I call her
Oh,
because she's salty. Yeah,
She's
that's
salty.
a good Bible burn right there. That's a pastor joke. I bet Steven Sawyer knows that one. Stephanie knows what's up.
Steph, yep.
Yeah, she knows.
Yep.
She knows how Bridget can be salty.
Sweet. Bridget, how did Ruby do this morning? I need to know how she did. Did she go, Ruby?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Ruby was. I thought you were making fun of my. No, Bridget, I'm just trying to help you. I would never make. I would never make fun of somebody,
Everyone makes
especially
fun
not
of
you.
nobody.
No, Ruby did great. She got to those bar muscle ups, and she was treating it like she would like a gymnast. You know what I mean? And so it was a little bit scary, but she did great. Here we go. They're
Here
getting
we
started.
go.
Look at Soph, Andrew, and Lee right there pacing off of each other.
Here we
That's
go.
great.
All right, breathe in. Oh, yeah. Man, what
These
a
guys are
heat.
flying. Yeah, this is fun. Oh, Steven
What
Sawyer's in
a
this one too?
heat.
didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steven's so
All right.
tall.
Hey, take notes, friends. Your highest gymnast in this gym right now, breaking those up,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So
Smart move.
take that as a word of
Ian's
wisdom.
being smart here. He's just rolling through what he can get.
Nice, Ruby. Ruby made it through the muscle ups.
All right, they're all going to the rope. This is going to be pretty competitive watching these three,
Oh,
and,
man.
and then you throw Steven in the mix.
Yep.
They're watching each other out of their peripheral. Oh boy, Jeremiah's throwing up Bible jokes. Jeremiah.
Here's one thing. So, counting doubles for people freaks them out.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. So, at our 5 a.m. class, Bridget brought up a good point. She said, if you feel like you can't count doubles, come grab one of us. But I told people, if I count doubles, look at their feet.
Yep.
Don't listen to the rope. You're going to know if
No.
it didn't pass under their feet, that's fine. But I literally either tap on my keyboard or I'm going to do this to
Yeah.
help keep up with their feet. Now, here's the kicker. Are they going to go unbroken? Probably.
I don't think they should, but
I
just
think
watching
Andrew
their
is going
speed,
to.
I think they're going to. They don't look like they want to put it down. And here's the problem. They're looking at each other. And so they're in their minds right now. I know them. They were thinking, who's going to put it down
All
first?
right,
And
Soph
Soph did.
did.
I'm shocked that Andrew's not because she did. Or maybe he's not because she did.
That's probably why.
He's trying to show her what's going on.
So-
Here we go.
I'm actually pumped and very proud of him that he signed himself up for this afternoon heat
Yeah.
because he needs this push right here. So he
Yeah.
repeated last week's on Monday in between these two right here. So in between Soph and Lee, he repeated this the workout last week and did way better.
Oh, yeah.
Way better.
It does help. I mean, if you've got people that you're pushing off of, I don't really, like in the open, I block everything else out. I'm
Yeah.
kind of zoned in. But there's some people that, they need that something to chase or to be chased by someone. So,
Yes, it's not good to be the pace rabbit.
no. I don't mind, like in a CrossFit workout on a daily basis, I like having someone to chase, or
Yeah.
I don't mind being chased, to be honest with you, sometimes, especially if it's a run. But not in the open. In the open, I'm zoned in. There goes Steven, man. He's got tall people. I feel bad for you. You just got so far to go moving that barbell.
Yeah, but then he just has to do this and his hands are on the pole.
That's true. That's true. Wall balls is where they get us.
Yeah, and rowing.
Let's
So
see, who's over here? Ian?
I had I saw somebody's story say a little birdie told me that it was going to be rowing, deadlift, and wall climbs.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to show up next week. I think we've already done snatch. I don't think snatch is going to show up again.
We haven't done rowing yet, and
We
they
haven't
almost
deadlifted.
always have rowing. and we haven't done. Yeah,
I mean,
guess
this
it
is
could.
high gymnastics. So I
I'm
don't
still
know.
wondering about a heavy lift though. We haven't done a heavy lift.
Maybe the deadlift increases.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
But I mean,
hope
this
not.
one
Deadlift's
increases.
Not my jam.
I would love for week 3 to be a finale with a heavy lift at the end.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
always the most fun.
I liked it whenever they did like the point.
4.
Point 4. They always added that one in. I loved it whenever that happened.
So
And-
that was the one Andrew originally guessed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would have loved that, but I wanted that to be next week.
I love how on Andrew's joke that he called this one perfectly. That was really funny.
Here we go. All right, so these guys are on that second weight, still moving it like it looks like that first weight.
Yeah,
No
this
problem.
This makes me sick just watching this because there's no way I can move that. Now they're breaking it up.
There we
That's
go.
smart. That's the way to do it right there. But you got to get back on it. You can't sit there and look at the bar too long. We got 8 minutes
left. That is a
Wow.
long time. So I think, I can't remember exactly what he got last time, but it was 9 something.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Box something. Yeah, Lane, you're right. We haven't done boxes yet, and we almost always get over a box for some point. I can't
Maybe
listen
so.
to heavy lift.
Ian.
Man, you
Look
don't want
out,
to drop
Ian.
one like that,
So
Ian.
check out Kathleen right here repping through pull-ups. So Kathleen, reboot athlete, she is over here. So she's in her second set. So she had jumping
Gotta go.
pull-ups, and now she is
That's up.
doing chin over pull-ups like she does them every day. Look at her.
She needs to just step right back up and jump.
Super strong. That a girl.
I think sometimes whenever you're doing these singles, and you guys out there that are planning on doing singles tonight,
She said, how many did you say?
try not to talk to your judge.
Look
Just step
at
back,
her
step
go.
up, jump, and go.
That is called a
Get one
nervous
in.
question.
Yeah, it is.
You're not
It
really
is.
sure, so you're just going to say something to keep going.
Come on, Kathleen. Get back up there. There we go.
So I guarantee you, if we saw her with her thruster, it would have looked like nothing. She has an insanely strong squat.
Here's
All
Ian
right,
going to
Ian,
the chest to bar.
We
man.
want to get Ian to the bar muscle ups. Here we go, Ian.
He can do it. Ian's a good athlete, man. I like watching Ian go. He always has a great attitude, too. I love watching Ian do this.
And then there's his bestie, Mary, right there. Mary, I told him earlier, got 3 bar muscle ups this morning.
That's wild, man.
She got him for the first time
She is
yesterday.
so strong. So strong.
All right, Steven. So he should
we
be
go.
in that second weight. And then it's looking like Lee, Soph, and Andrew are all back on that rig.
So whenever you do an open workout,
Yep.
do you prefer Friday Night Lights or do you prefer the redo on Monday?
I prefer Friday Night Lights. Monday, I tend to get sucked into, I want to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I won't go.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this
yeah,
time
yeah.
I have to go. I just get so into, like, cheering people on, judging for people. Because, on Mondays, it's not a set thing. You got to find a judge.
Yeah.
I don't want that to deter somebody from not doing it. And then I was so tired. And I didn't even repeat it Monday night. I was so tired. I was in the bed by 9:45. And that's so early for my brain.
For those of you that don't know, right now, we're the 2 that coach the 5 a.m. class. Candace does 3, I do 2 of them. And let me tell you, once that 9 o'clock hour hits, it is sleepy time. I am ready to go to bed every night when we're coaching that 5 o'clock class. Look at Andrews on the muscle ups. Here we go. I think Soph is too. Can't see her right now. There she is.
Is he walking to it? No, he's not walking to his rope. Okay.
No. He's still on them.
Okay, Lee's on those thrusters
Lee's on the
still.
thrusters.
Hey,
Here we
here's
go.
the thing with Lee though. Lee and they just have his
Same, Corey.
muscle ups are so efficient.
Who's that? Lee?
Lee.
Yes, he has gotten so much better. That dude practices so much. Listen, if you're watching, you need to practice. If there's a movement that you're not sure about, you need to practice every day after class. Take 5, 10, 15 minutes. That's one thing Lee does or did. As soon as we moved into the new into the church here, Lee started practicing muscle ups. He is so much better. Soph's done with her. She's back on the road.
Let's
Way
go.
to go,
Oh,
Soph.
Soph and Andrew on the
Nice.
rope at the same time. Here we go. Here we go. Please.
This
don't
is so
let
much
me-
so
There we go.
fun to watch.
Yep, Lee on those muscle ups.
That always scares me when the little kids come walking by.
Yeah, same. Y'all
look
couldn't
at that
see
rope.
that, but there was a tiny. Well, I guess you could see that. There was a tiny human that we were trying to not get popped with a jump rope. Look at Kathleen right here repping through those
Go,
with
come on,
Steven.
Kathleen. She is strong. Good, gracious,
Super
alive.
strong.
You know, it's funny. Today I had, when I was coaching the 9 o'clock class, we had some reboot athletes. and there was one of them 4 minutes ago.
4 minutes.
One of them
Come
said,
on, Ian.
I have never picked up a barbell. And so she goes into the thrusters, and I just keep adding the weight on for her. She's like, what are you doing? I said, well, you did the first set so easy. She just kept going and kept going. And man, she crushed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was Jameson's wife, Kayla.
Oh, Kaylee.
Kaylee, sorry. I was,
Wow.
she destroyed
Okay,
the
so,
barbell today.
and I could be wrong in this with Kathleen. I believe she may have been a cheerleader.
Okay.
Kaylee for sure was a cheerleader. So, cool thing about cheerleaders and gymnasts. Cheerleaders do this with people.
Oh, yeah.
So they
they're
push
used to it.
press people. They're also used to having to be very poppy. So they do really well with the explosive movement. So
They're done. Wow.
Andrew Dunn. Did they finish at the same time?
I mean, almost. I think she finished right before him.
Wow, right around
Holy
8:45. He
smokes.
definitely beat his last time.
Did he? That's awesome.
Definitely beat it. I don't know what Soph had
don't-
last time, but
yeah.
that was awesome. Y'all,
Come
those
on,
are going to
Lee.
be your top times for the gym.
Absolutely.
Pretty sure for the gym. Lee can still get done for sure if we can get him back to that bar. There's Steven.
Steven, little chicken wing there.
Little chicken wing.
Come on, Steven.
So
The thing
when
about
you
Steven, he's not even really
using his
tipping.
hips at all.
He's just
All right, we're going to have Steven right here, hopefully using those hips a little bit, help himself out. Kathleen is going to take a breather because she's got to go to chest to bar.
okay.
So
okay.
possibly something she's never done before. I'm not sure.
This morning I see Hannah McCord is commenting
so
on there. Hannah was doing it. I think Hannah was mad because we were making her go up in weight. She's another one. She did not want to go up in weight. We made her go up in weight. She did so great.
Well, yeah.
Totally worth it.
One of my favorite things about the Open, so if you don't know what our reboot program is, they do not use barbells in their daily programming. But during the Open and anytime we have a competition, they're always down
Yeah.
to
for
jump
sure.
in and work with a barbell. And every time, they crush it. They do great.
All
So
right,
here's
Lee's
Lee
off the
taking a
bar.
breather.
Come on,
before
Lee.
that jump
Pick
rope.
that
Let's go,
rope.
buddy. Let's go, Lee. But what I love is, so the movements are the same as far as clean and snatch in
Yep.
reboot. It's just a different piece of equipment.
Right.
So the movement pattern is the same. They practice it every single day. So when they pick up a barbell and it just hits, it's so fun to see. Oh, come on, Ian.
You got to get back underneath it.
There we go, Steven. Chipping away at him. There we go.
Nice, dude. Look
There
at
you go.
Lee
Lee
in her
giving some
scrubs
tips.
over there coaching. I love
Giving
it.
some tips. Let's go, Ian.
There you go,
we
Ian.
go.
Hang on, buddy.
Oh, I want
Nice
him to get to the
job.
rig just for
How
one.
much time do we have left? Do we know?
Coming up on 1 minute.
1 minute left.
There we go. All right.
Here we go.
Soph trying to give Lee a little pep talk over there. Steven's still crushing him.
Now, Soph's pet talk is probably, get up and grab the rope. She's tough, man. She's a good coach.
She is a great coach. That's their love language.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, here we go. Come
Coming
on,
up
Lee.
on 30 seconds
Lee must
left.
be done with the rope. He must be on the barbell now.
Come on, Lee.
You can
Move
do
that
it.
bar, dude.
You got to just pick it up. You can do it. He is so stinking strong.
Come on. Get you at least one. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Here we go.
30
Almost
seconds.
done, almost
Steven
done.
moving
Come on,
to the
come
rope.
on, come on, come
Steven
on.
got all those. Oh, Kathleen is so close to that bar.
Ian's still
Come
on
on,
the
Lee.
barbell.
Yeah,
Atta
dude.
baby.
There we
Ian,
go.
Does he
All
have
right,
time?
now he's going to hang on to it. He's going to hang on to it
Yeah,
until he
Tara,
calls
it's
time.
definitely a pep talk. Pep talk.
10 seconds.
He's crushing
Hang
it.
on to it, Lee.
Let's go,
Come
Lee.
on, Lee.
Look at
Ian
how
back
easy
there,
He's
too.
moving that. Good gracious.
And
And
time.
that's the time. Good job, fellas.
What a
Good
heat,
job.
too, guys.
So much fun. It's fun watching it from in here, but being in there watching it, I'm sure it was so loud and so awesome.
Crazy town. Well, I am glad Andrew got to go in the afternoon and that he went with Soph because
Yeah.
that is going to be, that was his top person that he needed to go beside
Oh yeah,
for sure.
absolutely, absolutely. And then next up, I wonder who we have next. I know Cam's coming up soon.
He's next. Yep.
Is he next heat?
So so I have Cam, I have Lee Hanby, but I have a feeling she's not going in the next heat, seeing as how she was still in scrubs.
No.
So we have Cam, I have Rob Stutz, I have Natalie Shores, Chuck, Casey McFarland, Katie Lewis, Casey Church, and John Hopkins. Another
My man John.
pretty stacked heat. So
This will be fun to watch.
I want to see him get to those bar muscle ups.
Yes.
Last year, the workout that had thrusters and bar
Yeah.
muscle ups in it, he got to him and couldn't hit him. At least in the first time he did it. Maybe in the repeat. But I know in the first attempt he got to it and couldn't get him. This year, he's been working on it and working on him. He should get it this year for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah. He'll do great this year.
Cam should
Well,
crush it.
There he is. Time for a picture.
Group,
Yep.
group pick?
Group picture time.
I'll come on as soon as we get done with that. We'll take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be back in 3 minutes.
All right.
Quick break. We're going to head in, take our group picture, and then when we come back in, it will be Andrew in here, maybe Lee, to tell you how they did.
Yeah.
Hold my legs.
All right, and we're back. So during the group picture, George won our second $100 or our first $100 gift card from Automatic Fire. Chris Jones donated those to us. George, how's it feel?
It feels great. I'm really excited for the $100, and I'm glad I know how I'm going to be able to pay my next month of.
I guess we should have rounded it up. That'd be.
Hey, this is my daughter Bevan, by the way.
Yeah, Bevan, what do you have to say? You're on stream. People are on YouTube in the comments.
Can you see that? Look. Can you say hi?
You want to wave?
No way.
You're like my daughter Finley, 100%. So while we have you, George, you told me you went this morning, right?
I went.
Oh, did you go earlier?
I was around 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I was in here. I didn't get to see you. You look great post workout.
Oh, thank you.
I'm pretty wrecked.
No.
That's the air conditioning. You can hit the up arrow.
I'm gonna just hand that on the safe side.
So how'd it go at 3? Were you surprised by anything?
It was tough. I know I look like someone who's designed to really do a lot of pull-ups, but I'm really not. The thrusters were fun, but they were also tough, and jump rope was honestly probably my bread and butter for the workout. Was really the jump rope. That was fun.
Were you able to catch your breath on the jump rope?
As much as you can while jump roping.
Yeah, that's what I was telling some people earlier, that you kind of need to pick and choose where the worst part is and where your recovery part is. And unfortunately, in a workout like today, when you have to say the jump rope is the recovery, it's not that much fun.
Yeah.
Like when burpees are the easy parts, like,
exactly.
Oh, no.
You just look through it and you're like, yeah, this is a character building workout.
Yes, it is. And before I let you go, Gabriel was telling me you were a sumo wrestler? Is that true?
So before, I actually moved to Alabama back in August from Salt Lake City, Utah. Before that, I ran a sumo club and trained a bunch of people in sumo, and was actually ranked 3rd in the country at one point for sumo wrestling.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so I've lost a little bit of weight since then. I was always one of the smaller sumos as well. So,
No kidding.
Yeah.
So what would you tell us if, let's say, Jake Elkins is about to come on? If you wanted to get into sumo wrestling, where should he start?
You could start by yourself, really. A lot of clubs in America really start on their own. They usually just do a lot of squats, do a lot of work with trees, where they just hit the tree.
No kidding.
Yeah, and but I probably could do like a sumo demonstration out here or something like that. I'm friends with a guy who's a former pro from Japan who lives a couple hours away. I can probably get him to come down and do like a demo or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Jake, what do you think? I would love to find a sport where I just fit right in. And in my head, sumo sounds fun, but I think the first time I went toe-to-toe with somebody like you, I would quit.
It's it's fun, but there's a lot to it. You gotta have the confidence to wear not a lot of clothes in public, and you gotta be able to eat food. And so if you can do both you can do both of those.
Jake, you're 2/3 of the way there. He's putting clothes on behind camera right now.
Hey, looks like we have a prodigy over here.
Oh, all right, George.
But
Well,
thank you for having me.
congratulations. So glad you won. And
Let me get my daughter out of here before we ruin the set.
Bevan, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. You want to say bye? You want to
say bye?
No? Okay. You're just, I'm shy as well. All right, we're going to bring on Mr. Jake Elkins, the one and only. I'm going to scoot over a little bit, some more center frame here. Let's make sure we're lined up.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah, so Stephanie in the comments saying maybe don't tell him about jiu-jitsu. You're not kidding.
Yeah, he's don't invite that guy to Grap Chat. Get out of here. That guy's huge.
So they have a small group, men's small group called Grapple Chapel, and that's not the guy. When somebody's like, "Hey, can I bring my friend?" and you always say, "Yeah," it's like, "Wait, who'd you bring?"
Yeah, he goes with Doug and Cam first. That's like, oh yeah, today I'm just teaching class. I'm actually not participating today.
You.
Yeah.
When you get to pick
You
the
guys are gonna be
couples,
great.
you're with Cam, then you're with Doug. So have you done this workout today? I saw that your wife signed you up.
My wife is
a sweetie pie. She signed me up for it. So I think I'm going at 5:35. Yeah, it's pretty great. Gonna go warm up and check it out.
He doesn't know when he's going. His wife, I was like, hey, I saw that Jake signed up. And she went, mm-mm. I said, no, I saw his name. She said, I signed him
That's
up.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Two things. One, I don't sign up for anything, like anything. And I definitely don't sign up for extra CrossFit workouts. So big thanks to my wife. Shout out. She's about to go here in a little bit. I'll make sure I yell at her.
Is she at the next seat?
I think she's in the next seat, yeah.
So Melissa Elkins. Sorry. Everybody
You're
still calls
good.
her Gomez. But she was on the camera for quite a while. She was a champ. We had some technical difficulties where the gimbal was messing up, but she handled that like a rock star.
Yeah, I came in and saw her holding the gimbal, and I was like, are you qualified to do that? Like, there's a lot of things that you can do, but...
And if you've ever seen the camera, it definitely is intimidating holding it. It's got wires and all that stuff.
She's like, it's so heavy. So we have camera guy MJ that goes with us everywhere to do all the wrestling stuff, and she's always like, oh, yeah, MJ, or whatever, you know. So she was like... all this big old thing. It's pretty funny.
Yep. It definitely, like, you know, I'm not the smallest person in the world, but your arms get absolutely trashed.
We did a video earlier this week. It was like 45 minutes long, and we usually there's usually a stationary camera, but MJ opted to use the gimbal because there was some moving stuff and everything with it. And so for literally 45 minutes straight, he's just like holding that.
Terrible.
I said, bro, that's serious right there. That's
Terrible.
what the strength conditioning workouts are for right there.
So we have a couple more minutes before we hop on. James, do you know the next heat and what time it is? Can you share that information with me when you find it? Very soon. We run a really tight ship here. We're always very, very punctual. Right?
Yeah, they were doing countdowns.
We
boy is not always punctual. My good friend Andrew and all of his things are very punctual. Just, in case you didn't know, there's a joke there. Just threw it across the table.
That's probably
that's
a buddy joke.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't do that on camera.
No, totally fair game.
But yeah, I'm so ADD. If I don't have like 50 reminders and alarm clocks and all that stuff, I'll absolutely just go find something else to do. But on what now? Oh, yeah. We have a ton of sponsors. So Jake Elkins, we'll start off with Ironclad Wrestling. He is going to be at the Phoenix offering. Tell him what you're going to be doing, man.
Yeah, man. So really exciting. We are going to have like kids programs. So we'll have like what we were calling Ironclad Athletics, which is just basically giving your kids like games, but that are organized. It's an organized strength conditioning class. Is really what it is. But
fun.
But you're making
Engaging.
it fun. It's all about like you're tricking them into developing their athleticism, and you know, kids don't play outside anymore like they like we did a generation ago. Like they literally just every research study shows that they don't do those things. So we have to be more intentional about that stuff. It's so strange that we're like we have to do those things intentionally as parents, but there's a crazy need, and a lot of especially boys don't like the stigma of like sending their you know son to gymnastics class or whatever. So we combine all the tumbling and all the athletic stuff, speed and agility that you would get in classes like that, combined with some of the gamification and stuff that happens with some wrestling, and it's a ton of fun. So we'll have that. We'll have like actual club wrestling practice where we're coaching wrestling just like we do all the time. But
and how long have you been? How long has Ironclad Wrestling been around?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, because I don't know your entire resume. I try, but if you could act like you're not you. Give us kind of your credentials.
Okay.
This guy's super experienced. He knows everything when it comes to wrestling.
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm looking back at the workout too. I'll be brief. I wrestled all through high school and college. Was a successful athlete. NCAA All-American a few times. But we've been back coaching for, I don't know, like 15 years now. I don't want to do the math. But, we've coached kids at every level. So many kids we put into college. You know, high school state champs, national champs, all the things, and so
they have an absolute proven method, and that's why we're excited to have them at the Phoenix, because CrossFit Trussville, we're evidence-based fitness, results-driven. Our coaches are all great people and have fun, make you laugh, but it's safety first, standards, and then support. And I don't want to speak for Jake, but in the times that I've rolled with him, done class with him, seen him teach, he has that same approach too, that he's going to take care of your kids and adults too. You didn't even get into your adult programs.
We've got obviously, so we do jiu-jitsu. We've got grappling and stuff that's going to happen there as well. Gi and no gi, which is really cool. And so, yeah, all things wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu are going to be going on at the Phoenix. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. So if you've got a kid that needs to get some energy out and get in shape, get healthy, have an activity, have some friends. I know that's also the social aspect's tough nowadays too.
100%.
Get them into the kids program. And if you're an adult and you need a hobby or you want to learn self-defense, take care of yourself, both Max, who you met last week, and Jake, if striking's your thing, talk to Max. If all things grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, even what's the other? It's not jiu-jitsu, Greco-Roman.
Yeah, freestyle Greco-Roman stuff. Yeah, we're doing all. I mean, if we have all things wrestling going on,
Can't
for
wait.
Sure. Yeah, it's if you haven't heard, there's a pretty big thing going on here in Trussville as far as wrestling goes, and just trying to do that with and expose more families here in our community to that is really what it's all about. So having a great time. Check out this workout. So I'm sorry I'm changing
No,
gears.
let's get there. Let's get there. I was ready for it.
These guys are absolutely killing it right here.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you're trying to get back to the thing that I should be talking about, but I'm going to go back to you. Kayla in the comments asked if there be a kids wrestling class for the 4 p.m. folks.
Yes, we're working on having. So
You got a couple more comments as well.
yeah. So yes, we're
We're going to talk about the athletes.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So I'm so sorry. I'm like so distracted. I'm watching this going. Yes, we're gonna have multiple classes. I think we're gonna have like a 4 o'clock to 5:15 workout for the kids, and then we'll have like a 5:30 to 7 p.m. Which is more gonna be like a traditional wrestling practice for kids that really wrestle or want to be wrestling. But the earlier one is definitely going to be all about just athletics, getting kids involved, up and moving, socialized, really like 10 million things there. There's so much signal that's kind of the way. So it'll be very much a kids class and then like a wrestling specific class that follows that.
Yeah.
And then jiu-jitsu would happen in the evenings following it. So
And I just want to say too that we're going to the Phoenix. CrossFit Trussville is. Our schedule will probably change. Our services will definitely change. So don't hold Jake too hard to those times and whatever. His main focus is going to be providing services to as many people as possible. So if those times change, it's going to be because Kayla, he talked to you and found out there's a better time. So
absolutely.
But that's where his head at. I just want to say that out loud.
Kayla, thank you so much for the question.
Yeah. And then how young will the kids
Very
be?
much on point. 6, 7 probably. We'll probably start around like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Anderson started wrestling when he was 4, and even as a parent, I could tell like it was tough for him to like grasp like his body. I'm glad he got into it, but that age range, as soon as he turned 6, it was like he was a little boy and could listen. And
it all depends on the kid. Like every kid's different
Right.
too, right? So it's definitely on an individual basis. But whatever we can, we're not going to try to turn anybody away, but we'll just figure out kind of what maturity.
yeah,
level
like I
it's
said,
that is.
Anderson was at 4,
Yeah.
and Jake didn't say no. He said, "Let's see how it goes." He did great, but Anderson, it was tough. But he learned how to be tough and all that stuff.
It's incredible. Like
A good tough, not like
Yeah.
a military tough, like learning how to be a little young man and responsibility and listening and all that. So let's talk about John. He's going through the dubs. We're going to get, I know Cam's on the far side. We're not going to talk about John. Never mind. We're going off of him.
so what is everything that I've heard is that the round 18 is where it like really comes alive.
Yeah.
Like-
So the interesting thing about Casey right here is she actually does have bar muscle ups. So she's doing chest to bar.
Oh, that's legit.
Miss Lewis right next to her, Katie Lewis. She just announced that she's got a little girl. So Tuesday's workout was called Mama Lewis.
That's incredible.
But
Big congrats to the Lewis household.
yeah, her and Shane, great people. We got Chuck to the right. I know Katie has bar muscle ups. It's unlikely she's going to do them, but Chuck and Casey, who we had on camera, they can do bar muscle ups, but
is awesome.
singles. So their strategy is to go slow and methodical. Cam, and he's doing exactly what I did, where he's resting, he's leaned up. He is tired, quote unquote, but it's actually less of he's tired and he's stopping, and it's more so that he knows how many bar muscle ups he has left,
Yeah.
and he knows those thrusters are coming.
It's a strategic rest, right?
It's
Like
super, super strategic and intentional.
we've been talking about this a lot in our athlete strength conditioning classes. That like
Are we 6 minutes into it? Oh, 6 minutes left. Okay,
Okay.
9 minutes in. Is that 6 minutes in. Okay, good. So
I was like,
Cam's
okay.
at a great pace beyond bar
Wow,
muscle ups
he's
at
crushing
6.
it. Yeah.
So he can either, I don't know how many he's got, but he can either get sub 8 or sub 9.
Cam
which
was
is a
at
phenomenal
5
time.
a.m. grapple chapel at my house this morning, and he was talking trash about how fast he was going to do this workout. He said, we should all be finishing. And I was like, when you say all of us, like,
Yeah.
because I will not be completing 15 bar muscle ups.
12 minutes is a long time until you hit your bar muscle ups, and then your legs are trash. We can see 6:40 in the clock. He's got a great pace here. The thing that's going to be interesting for Cam is the bar muscle ups, relatively speaking, are pretty easy for him, relatively. And I mean relatively because I'm comparing that to the thrusters that are coming. And
Yeah.
what's his body weight?
He's probably buck. He would tell you he's a buck 85. I bet he's a buck 65. I hope you hear this. I hope you hear this, Cam.
Yeah.
Cam and I have been best friends since like 4th grade. So shots fired, one friend to another.
Yep, and I hope that he can. So we got Casey on the thrusters with the pink barbell back there. This is her last set before she gets to the bar muscle ups.
That's
And
awesome.
I can
wanna
also
how
see
she does.
Chuck on the chest to bar. He's strong enough for those thrusters. He also wants to get that one bar muscle up. And yeah, if you have any questions in the comments, even if you don't have questions, we love hearing from you guys. So feel free to comment, say hey, do all the things. James, did you guys do another in the comments giveaway?
No, we have not announced that we will be doing one more.
Okay,
All right.
let's go ahead and start that then. So I'll keep repeating it for anybody that's there. But if you're on the stream right now watching, here it comes. The next giveaway is for a $100 gift card, or I should say Visa card, which is a lot better than a gift card.
Let's go.
Yeah, Visa gift card. You can use it for anything. From Automatic Fire, owned by Chris Jones. He donated them. The questions are, when did Gateway Family Church start? What year? So you can say 01, it wasn't 01, or 2001. And then, how old is Mike Wright? Give me those two numbers, and the first person to comment that will win a $100 gift card, whoever wins.
You know the answers to both of these? I have no clue.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Will Hudson's in the chat. He works for the church.
Oh.
You know, it is what it is. Those were
inside job.
Those were questions.
Oh.
Also, Google
Pre-selected. That's great.
Google's your friend too. So it's Gateway Family Church. That's where we've been at for the past 2 years, tearing down, setting up. They've been incredible. But the first person that comments when they were started and how old Mike is that right?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. I don't know when Gateway was started. So I just know those are the questions. Will we have your answer locked? You guys can guess as many times as you
Timestamp.
want.
Just start dropping numbers.
I honestly don't know if that's
Closest
right.
without going over.
So feel free to keep commenting. And I'll have to get Candace or Gabriel or Mike to come tell us who wins. But James is on camera watching. So, okay, let's go back to the live stream.
Ooh, here it is. Here's this big set of thrusters here.
He's 165 pounds.
3. 2 left. Is that right?
Yep, that's what James is saying. Oh my gosh, you
One
know that's
left.
bad. Come on, baby. Oh no!
No rep. Oh, it's so
brutal.
close. Oh, that hurt. He
Why
all
did
the
James
work.
do such a big no
Oh.
rep gesture?
Oh
Oh,
my
it's
gosh.
terrible. Captain America.
Painful.
And you can read.
Good for him for having integrity there as the judge. Good
Nice.
job. Man, that was gnarly.
10:06, very good. And you know what's interesting about seeing somebody fail with just a little bit left is he was very smart going into that. He was just a 1/10 of 1%
Seriously, yeah.
too tired. Maybe rest one more second, but that he'll redo it and crush that time. He
It's
will.
so wild, like the strategy that it takes. Like 4 minutes ago, he was making decisions that affect his ability to do that last rep. You know?
Mm-hmm. You have something to give away too, don't you? From I need to look at the. I think it's from 18 South.
Let's go. I don't know.
Lee, will you? Yeah, I think you are actually going to.
This is news to me.
Yeah.
But
So Lacey Isbell owns 18 South with Patrick. I think you're going to give away their prize. Lee, can I bring you on camera? Exchange with you.
Casey was chicken winging. I thought she was gonna get it there.
Lee, you come on camera. I'm going to go get those, and then
Okay.
Jake's going to pick somebody.
Lee, what's up? Oh, the pressure of picking someone? I don't. Okay.
You got it.
Just know that it's going to start with L-E-E and end with C-O-N-T-R-E-R-E-S.
45 seconds left. All right.
Oh, man.
Audrey seems to have confirmed via Google. If Google's right, then those are the right numbers.
Google for her gateway is 2011.
Oh, let's see. Get it. Oh, Casey.
She's hit that fatigue point.
30
seconds left. Let's see if she can get it. This workout's brutal. It's a lot worse. I didn't remember this workout until today. And now I remember it and why I don't like it.
I'm coming up soon. There'll be a lot of mouth breathing. Get it.
Get off there. Get off that nonsense.
Hey, I feel you. Whatever it takes.
That's
Whatever
the most cheap thing I've ever seen.
Just step in that
She's going to do it
hook.
again. Watch. Oh.
Hey, good for her for having a confident grip there.
Absolutely.
I thought that was going to be bad for a second on the way down.
What's all these numbers here?
Man. Okay, so.
What's happening?
So, I think, going back to it, I think that Will got it right. I think that was the first pick. So, it was what year was Gateway Family Church started, and how old is Mike Wright? And I think it was a bit of an inside job. Whoever's in the chat had no idea, but I do believe that Will Hudson got that right off the cuff. It's pretty impressive.
That's because he's been to the church and known Mike for so long. I don't think that counts.
I know.
Mike Wright works out like a 25-year-old.
It's
He does.
crazy. It's
He sure
crazy.
does.
You look over and go, I guess I'm going to have to pick this barbell up because he's still going.
It's insane to me. I asked him today. He said, "Do you have any tips?" And I said, "Just try and keep moving." The exact opposite of what I did. I said, "Just try and keep moving as best you can," because he was really worried about the double unders. Because in his division, they started with jumping chest to bar, or jumping pull ups. Then they had to go double unders and then thrusters. And he said that the thrusters and the double unders were going to make him have a heart attack. And I told him, I said, "Look, this is why the open is great, because you have a judge that counts for you. Just stop counting completely."
Yeah, just go.
And then literally I asked him to judge me, and he said, "I don't think I can count that high." And I said, "It's fine. I guess I'll count too. It's okay." But yeah, dude, he's a workhorse.
He's
100%.
awesome, dude. Like,
A 74-year-old workhorse.
literally unbelievable. Yeah, he's they don't make him like that anymore, dude. He's a tough cookie.
Will, you got to be involved in the gym too. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just joined, so I don't know how. I don't know how any of this is working.
Hey,
so.
Will,
Just got texted the answer. I'm looking through the comments.
Oh man, we got confirmation of what it actually is. Let's see.
Google is saying 2011 and 73 per everyone else.
Where
Just
did
to confirm, Will is wrong.
Will is wrong. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. It's a rough one.
The correct answer is going to be
Do we
2011
2011.
and 74. So that's going to
Oh, wait. Scroll. Does it?
Stephanie.
Stephanie McElwain got it right?
Yes.
Ooh, let's go.
Tara, to answer your question, I zone absolutely everybody out when I work out. So I got told afterwards that Sophia was yelling at me, and I had no earthly idea that she was even there. I was so in my own world at that
That's
point in the
great.
workout that I had no idea.
That is fantastic.
I'm
Oh my
sure it
gosh.
looked horrible on here. I'm sure she was dogging me, but that's okay.
That was that's pretty intense. That's
Hey,
pretty
you know,
intense.
It's all right. I know. Catherine came up to me afterwards. She said, "I would never want to get in a fight with Sophia." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because the way she was yelling at you, I would hate to see her in a fight." I was like, I didn't even know she yelled at me.
I don't know how you manage to work out with your wife all the time. Like, I'm very selective about coming to the gym because my wife takes it way more serious than I do. Like, you're a stud.
Look, I oftentimes tell Sophia that I am more fit than she is because it just enrages her, and she knows that it's definitely false, but it just makes her blood boil, and it's fantastic.
I like to be really selective and make sure we have like a rowing or a skier, maybe an
There
assault
you
bike
go.
thing.
Yeah.
And then come in, beat my wife, and then just like
See,
talk trash.
in order for me to do that, we have to do the same amount of meters and or calories. It's like, oh, we're doing 100 cals. You're doing 100 cals too.
That's
Sorry.
Right. That's right. Hey, equality, baby.
When
equality.
I get off 20 minutes before you do, it's okay. Pick a winner.
I'm picking a win, like
You
of
gotta pick
anyone
somebody that you see.
in the chat. Oh, okay. Someone in view. Oh man.
For the sister shirts.
Sister Shirts gift card. See, do you know everybody in here?
No, I do not
Okay,
know, so
good.
that's
I know
probably
everybody
better.
here, so I can't.
It's probably
I can't
better.
help you.
Okay.
I say I know everybody. I don't know everybody.
Man,
There's some
like,
people.
I just pick like any person.
Wait, hang on.
Anyone on the screen? Anyone? Going once, going twice.
Dang, I wish this was. Oh man, this is gonna be
Okay,
difficult.
do I just like? Yeah, because there are people that I do know, so I'm like.
Just close
Yeah,
your,
like,
close your
wait,
eyes.
It's
do
men's
this.
clothing. Yeah, I pick Melissa Gomez. Elkins.
Just close
Like-
your eyes and do this, and be like, "All right, here we go."
Okay.
Or James, can you have a mouse on the screen?
Closest person.
Is
Yeah.
that possible?
I can, but it'll mess up.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Let's. I'm just gonna.
Does he want to walk over here? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. He should be able to see there.
Yeah. What?
I feel like James should
I
have
need
to
like
pick
a
somebody.
sticky
feel like
dart,
James
like one of
knows
those
less
kids'
people.
little darts. Go
Hey,
that person.
I'm in.
Okay. Let's say.
What about this girl right here in the front, not facing away with us with the purse? I have no idea who that is.
Yep. Same. That's a great person right there in the purse.
So our winner is the mystery person in the first.
Mystery person right there in the purse. No idea who it is. It's probably better that we don't know who it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm about to make
It's
it.
fantastic.
And look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Just because that is who we're not picking Lane. I know who Lane is, and she's not here. But
John
because
Ross,
of
happy
that-
birthday.
Yeah, John, happy birthday. Because of that, I mean, I have to pick somebody that I absolutely don't know.
Didn't you? I saw Jared Colwell in the chat. I think
he's
that
in
there's still time, and there was an open lane in the next week.
Yeah.
There's definitely time. And he, by the way, fun fact, is the closest member to this location right now. His house is closer than any other member in the entire gym. So Jeremiah, we just thank you for stepping up, and we're looking forward to seeing you here in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you could walk here and get
Yeah,
that time.
100%.
That could be your warm up.
He lives exactly 1 mile away, is what he said.
There you
Yeah,
go.
100%.
I like it.
Are you about to dox him?
Yeah,
for a while?
I'm just saying. I think you should just
Well, I mean,
come on, Jeremiah.
If he
Come
knows he
on,
lives
buddy.
exactly 1 mile
Come on.
away,
We
hey,
had this whole conversation. Okay, bro, I'm still at work.
Hey, that's all right.
We don't believe for a second that you're still at work. Get here.
Do you work from home? I mean,
They got the winner right there.
There, look, she's
they did.
like,
Oh yes.
that's awesome.
There we go. Look, she has no idea. It's fantastic.
They just told her.
I love it.
That's great. Okay.
So we are starting. What
Who's
heat is
in
this?
heat? Is my wife in this heat?
Probably. If she is, I feel like you should go watch her. Or you
Hey.
could stay here and.
Oh no! I would
judge the
definitely not do
standards.
this here publicly, unless so that she can watch it back and hear what I say. But I'm definitely gonna go. Just yeah,
You need
it's
to
coming.
do to her
It's
what
coming.
Sophia did to me at the end of the
It's
workout.
coming,
Just start yelling at
The
her.
thing
You'll
is,
be
she
good.
is motivated and is going to care. And so when she tries to retaliate by yelling at me in the workout, I'm going to be like,
You know,
man, hey.
that's when you say, "Hey, if you weren't yelling at me, you could go faster." I've used that many of times. I say, Sophia, if you just stop yelling at me, you could definitely
Yeah.
go faster.
Yeah,
It
100%.
makes her go slower because then she's just infuriated. That's okay.
That's fantastic.
It's great.
Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to head inside, say hello.
ya.
Everybody, great hanging out. Jeremiah, we'll see you soon.
Yeah. 15
Congrats to
minutes.
the winners.
15 minutes.
Lee, you're the best. See you guys later.
See you, dude. When are you going?
5:30?
5:30?
5.
Next heat.
It's going to be great.
The next heat, probably. What heat is this? I have my phone. Hang on. I'll tell you what heat it is. This live stream is not sponsored by Whoop, but I just want to point out that that workout had me at a 13 strain, so that's kind of crazy. If you have Whoop, you kind of know, but super crazy. All right, starting the next heat. You can see we are starting on some either jumping chest to bar or jumping pull-ups, regular pull-ups, moving through it. We got Gomez starting on her pull-ups, moving through some smooth reps there as well. What a great butterfly technique. There's some people that have butterfly and then some people that are still working on butterfly. Gomez is kind of in that in-between point where she does have a lot of butterfly pull-ups, but also some of them, start to get out of rhythm. But, if you are in that scenario at some point, the best thing you can do is just kind of stop, either drop, reset, or just go into a kipping pull-up and then continue that kip rolling. Morning.
Morning. Howdy. Did you already go over who's in this heat?
Negatory. I was trying to figure out what heat it was.
That's real. My legs are trashed.
Yeah, first set, I was like, here we go. My legs are not working anymore.
So I want to go over the sponsors real quick. We usually get a little Lane. Rude. What happened? What'd you do that was rude?
I didn't do anything. Oh, she wanted us to pick her for the winner of the sister shirts. I told her no.
Sorry about it. Did you or Jake picked, right?
Yeah.
So that was Cody's girlfriend. Did you get to see us talking to her?
A little bit, yeah.
Mixing up right at the end.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We were like, hello, nice to meet you. You know, we never talked to her.
Yeah.
May have been her first time ever here. Cody's girlfriend. And how about that? Show up at Friday Night Lights and you walk away with Sister Shirts gift card.
There you go.
But quick shout out. Last week we gave away a 60-minute massage. 60.
Whoa.
God,
Whoa. All right, hang
Mockingbird's
on.
gonna kill me for messing that one up.
Let's reset here.
Mockingbird Day Spa gave away a 60-minute massage to Zoe Walker. Ben Short with Trussville to Go gave away 3 months free delivery to everybody on site. Max with the Dojang gave away a free month of kickboxing to everybody in the chat and on site. And Jake just gave away the Sister Shirts gift card. Did you say how much it was for?
No.
Okay.
How much is it for?
We have 3 of them. So we need to pick 2 more people. So that was a $50 gift card.
Okay.
She won $50. We have to pick 2 more people.
Okay.
And then Chelsea is going to be on from Resilient here in a bit. She's going to give away an intro and dry needling, which is awesome.
She's in the background right there with that black shirt and the
Represent
jeans
Team Black, baby.
on. You know what's crazy is I got a black T-shirt because I like the way that they look. They do look very clean.
And then Chris Jones Automatic is giving away $250 in Visa cards. 18 South next week is giving away a $125 gift card. And then Drip is giving away a free drip and 5 B12s if you want that energy. I think that's everybody. If I miss somebody, I'll shout them out. All right. So I'm gonna go over the heats.
About to say, it looks like we got Donnie in lane number 1.
Yep.
Bonnie in lane
Yep.
number 2. Lane number 3 appears to be empty.
Brian.
Brian.
Oh, maybe he's not here. Well, I'm just gonna read it. I'm not looking at the camera. If he's here, Brian, then Michelle Free,
Okay, yeah,
Cody Jett, Melissa Gomez or Melissa Elkins, Jordan Walker, Julianne Hudson, and Miss Anna Walker.
Yep.
So Anna and Jordan are married, and
There's Anna right there. Julianne.
Jordan's kind of competitive, and Anna is ultra competitive. So I know she is watching him like a hawk out of her periphery.
Yeah, you just saw her.
Yeah,
She's
she
going
didn't
over
need
there.
that chalk. She's
No.
just watching over there to see how he's doing.
Absolutely.
Lane said you didn't follow my warm-up advice. What does that mean?
Lee, you didn't follow Andrew's warm-up advice.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. What was Andrew's warm-up advice? Come in here and do a live stream until it's 3, 2, 1, go. Because that's what he did. That's what he did.
Oh, that's my personal warm-up advice.
He did. He literally did some thrusters at like 3:15. Time-wise, not actual weight-wise, just FYI. And then that was the last time I saw him do a thruster until he walked in there and we went 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, yeah, for me, I'm not the one running all of this. It's a shared responsibility of half a dozen people plus the judges. So there's probably 20 people that have a responsibility in this. And but with mine, yeah, it's just I don't have the opportunity to sit down and warm up. This was the most warm up I've done any year,
Yeah.
any week, and I felt okay. I was doing a lot of hops and jumping jacks and all that. So, all right, so let's go back. Let's get away from me and back to this. Don't do as I say, not as I do when it comes to warming up for Friday Night Lights. What would you suggest to people to prep for this?
Get your legs super warm.
Yeah.
Do a lot of thrusters beforehand. I did a decent amount of thrusters, but not nearly enough.
Yeah. You would think this is a very upper body dominant workout with
No.
the dubs with the delts, isometric, and then the thrusters and the pull-ups.
It's all legs.
Yeah.
It was all legs. There towards the end, my grip started to get a little fatigued. But other than that, I mean, your legs just get so heavy, which in turns makes jumping harder, makes your gymnastics harder, just because it feels like you have center blocks attached to you.
Right. Yeah, you'll see people take their shoes off after the workout because their feet legit like swell up. I mean, it's just an absolute punch to your legs. I mean,
Absolutely.
my legs feel terrible. They're definitely going to be sore. So Julianne knocking out the jumping pull-ups.
Yep.
With those, a lot of people underestimate jumping pull-ups.
Oh yeah.
Back when Soph was probably, I don't know, 18 or 19. I don't know. She was young. Maybe she was early 20s. I programmed for her as an individual. She wanted to go from one muscle up to as many as she could do on the rings. And one of the main exercises was jumping chest-to-bar pull-ups because it develops that upper back. So for anybody that's like, oh, scaled or foundations, jumping chest-to-bar is too easy. You have not done them. They are terrible.
Yes. I oftentimes say back to the workout called capping pillars.
Yeah.
Jumping chest to bar is the workout for everybody.
Yeah.
And that is probably one of the worst workouts I've done just because of the jumping chest to bar. And they're just nasty.
And that's what I love about CrossFit. It doesn't matter if it's jumping jacks, burpees, or 225 deadlift. The intensity is the common denominator.
Absolutely.
How fast you go. And with that, you can see Michelle starting to grind a little bit. She's into those heavier thrusters. She's in phenomenal shape, and she's mentally tough. Her mind is tough. So, and she's smart. She's experienced enough to know what she can and can't do. She has bar muscle ups.
Yep.
So she's taking a breath. She's taking a rest. She's getting oxygen in. She's trying to let her legs recover because she knows she has a chance to get pretty deep into those bar muscle ups. Yeah, and Lane, she said that's what you said. If legs aren't warm, it's going to be bad. Absolutely. And, I write warm-ups for class, and when people ask if there's something specific they should do, I'll tell them something if it needs to be different. But at the end of the day, if you do 100 air squats, your legs are going to be warm. You really just have to get some blood pumping, get your joints all warmed up. We're 4 minutes into this? Okay, 4 to go. I was about to say, everybody's absolutely flying. So we got
to say, for 4 minutes in, jeez.
Holy smokes.
I need that clock next time I do this workout.
So you can see Jordan in the background knocking out chest-to-bar pull-ups. He's doing singles. That's a strategy that we encourage folks to do. Here goes Michelle for her first bar muscle-up.
Yep.
And she's going to string them together. I thought she was going to do singles, which tells you she was smart going into those. A lot of times you'll see people get there and they're just shot. And look at her. Is that 4?
Yeah. Yeah, Gomez working on hers.
I'd like to know how many Gomez is in.
I think that was her first one.
Okay. So Gomez is going to that singles. And with 3.5 minutes left into this workout, it's really impossible to tell which strategy's better. Is it the one rest, or is it the big sets of 4 with the long rest that Michelle's doing? It's not a universal truth where you just know. As a coach, I can't just tell you which one's better. It kind of depends on how quickly your battery recharges.
Yeah.
What I can tell you definitively is if you start to fail, or if you go for that third one and you barely get it, so you grind it out, bad idea.
Absolutely.
Or if you go for that third one and, heaven forbid, you actually miss it, that's A, demoralizing, and B, exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
You can see Donnie in the background trying out those dubs.
Donnie's so funny. He says, well, he came in last night. He said, I guess I'm going to relearn double unders today.
And for the Masters divisions, those are huge reps.
Yes.
Those
That's what I was
double
telling
unders.
Mike earlier. Mike Wright. I was like, every double under you get in your division is going to be one extra spot that you go up.
And Michelle looks pretty on those. That really is just kind of like a textbook bar muscle up. She's looking really solid. Tight core at the bottom, getting pop with those hips. She's talking to Steven right now. I guess with Michelle, it's no surprise.
No. I'm surprised she's not just having a full conversation.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised she's doing the right movement, too. If you watched last week, you saw her in the live stream doing push press. So I'm surprised she's not over there trying to do something else. It's super weird.
And she'd do it, too.
She'd be doing toes
If Steve
to
was
bar.
like, no, snatch, she just starts snatching
Yeah.
with any weight. But yeah, I was going to say with Bonnie, her face looked calm. She did not look tired. So her strategy might be paying off.
Yeah.
Can she do bar muscle ups?
No, not yet.
Okay, not
She's
yet.
been working hard on them, so this may be her first good attempt at them. I told her.
James, if you find the clock, let us know.
Yeah.
70 seconds left, so right about 1 minute left.
Yeah, there it is.
Boom.
1 minute
And
exactly.
1 minute left.
Yeah, I told Bonnie that bar muscle ups tend to get a little bit easier the more tired you are.
Did Michelle just finish her bar muscle ups? I
think she
think
did.
so. Ooh, she's in a tough spot now. Because she knows.
This is the pain cave right here.
She needs to finish these dubs, dude. Oh, this is not where you want to be.
No, I was here.
From a
I don't wanna be
competition
here.
perspective, this is exactly where you want to be, but as an individual, she is shot. She's
We got 30 seconds.
30 seconds left. Everybody's cheering her on. We can't hear it from here, but you know they are screaming. Because if she can do these dubs and do one thruster, that's going to separate her in a big way.
Oh, yeah. Keep stripping on those.
Come on.
Grinding through them, though. 10
10
seconds.
seconds. If she can, she's going to turn around. Oh, here we go. This is a big rep right here. She's so tired.
2,
1, and she got it. And that's going to be a no rep. It was behind the clock. Right?
Yes, it was, but the bar bounced as she leaned down.
Oh, man. Hopefully she did not break her nose. I wasn't looking at the TV. I just know it was after. But good for her for
Yeah.
getting 2 reps.
Uh-huh.
The second one didn't count, unfortunately, because it was after the clock. But that's solid heat.
For sure.
It's 5:30. Next up, we have Mr. Jake Elkins, who you guys met. If you don't know him, you met him for the first time. Great guy. But this workout.
Oh, man.
His wife signed him up, man. Oh, man. Imagine your wife signed you up for a competition.
Yeah,
You
that's my life, honestly.
oh, my goodness. Here, go do this marathon run today. Like, what? So, anyways, I'll keep going, but that's Jake's reality right now. And he's mentally tough and physically tough enough to jump in and do great. But what a way to spend your Friday evening. So, Jake Elkins, then Miss Hannah Witt. Next to her is her husband, Corey Witt. Then Miss Mary Latimer. And Tony Free, which is Michelle's husband. Frank Roberson. And then James, he put in here, Mr. USA Buxton, or J-Bucks, as we like to call him. So another good heat. We have just one left. And then we'll conclude our Friday Night Lights. But if you could, what strategy would you tell Mary, who I think she just got her first bar muscle up this morning?
Yeah. She actually got them last night.
Last night?
She did 2 last night.
Okay.
But then I know she did 2 this morning as well. I mean, for her, the biggest part in this workout, honestly, is every bar muscle up you get is going to get you higher and higher up the leaderboard by thousands of spots,
Right.
perhaps. But the biggest thing for me that I would like to think about if I was in that scenario is tie break time is going to play a factor in
Right.
all of that as well. So you kind of have to find that balance of I have to dig myself deep in this hole and get in the pain cave and get the best tie break time, but also save enough energy to be able to do a couple more
Right.
muscle ups. So if it was me, I would tell her to be smart on her earlier gymnastics, but go a little bit deeper than what she would possibly think. I think the biggest thing would be break it up early, but don't break it up so much that you're going to lose time.
Right.
So even if she's doing her pull-ups in sets of 5 or 7,
Right.
whatever it may be, just be able to stay on it the entire time.
Right.
And same thing with thrusters. As long as you can keep that bar moving consistently, it doesn't matter what your sets are. I mean, you could do 7 sets of 3 on the first
Yeah.
one. As long as you do 3, put it down, pick it up, 3, to keep your legs fresh.
Right.
you're good.
And that's what I was trying to tell everybody last night in the community group is this workout isn't, I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad for everybody, but it's the worst if you can get to the last thruster weight. 95 and 115, even for a scaled athlete, as heavy as that is, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not terrible. And the 135, though, after thrashing your anaerobic system, your legs are shot, your upper body shot, that's where the workout is just absolutely miserable.
For sure.
So for Mary, she's just got to be smart on her bar muscle ups.
Mm-hmm.
She cannot trash her grip or her lats or her biceps, and then just kind of work through these thrusters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Lane was asking, is this Mary's second time today to do the workout?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah, she did it this morning, and she's about to do it again.
Holy cow, not me.
Are you gonna redo it?
I don't know. This is one of those workouts that you check the leaderboard, and if you're like the FNL leaderboard, I don't really compete on the open leaderboard anymore, but if somebody's like a second or a rep ahead of me, maybe I'll redo it for my team. But personally, I have no dog in that fight. I have no interest. I mean, my legs, I can't get up right now. I was gonna, I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're here for the rest of the night. You're gonna spend the night here.
Cam we're in the church trailer. He's sitting on a ladder with his legs propped up, and I had to get him a Gatorade. Yeah, I mean, and he's tough as nails.
Yeah, he is.
But those thrusters, man. Did you get to see his last rep? Mm-mm. He failed his last rep of 15, so he got that last one where it's just right here, so. I mean, that's failure beyond failure, where his body is going to reject him for the next 72 hours.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Miss Chelsea's in the house.
Yeah.
Do you mind me bringing her on, talking to her for a second?
No, go for it.
And then, okay, all right. So Lee's going to head in, go support the athletes inside. And Chelsea, if you want to come on, I'll scooch over painfully.
Don't get up and move.
Well, howdy.
Hey, friend.
So we had Jake on earlier. This is Chelsea.
Hey, guys.
Definitely, if you guys, I really appreciate when y'all are in the comments saying, hey, asking questions. But if you want to ask her anything, she is a physical therapist and owns Resilient Physiotherapy. She knows everything about anything when it comes to the human body. When I was probably 19 or 20, I worked for 2 Men in a Truck and hurt my back. And ever since then, I've had like residual pain that flares up. And she's fixed me probably 3 or 4 times now.
A couple different times. Even when you thought you didn't have anything going on.
Yeah. So I had like a back issue and it felt tight. And not that I'm a tough individual, but I am the type of person I'm like, I'll be fine, and it'll go away in a week or two. And I had an appointment with her, and I even told her. I showed up and I was like, I kind of feel bad. Yeah. It's fine now. And she literally like grabbed like her finger. She went, so right here. She's like, oh, your rib is out or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And she was like, because of this, you have probably residual something here. And I was like, and she dry needled me, cut me, fixed me, and she even asked me, she was like, now take a deep breath. And I was like, what the? I didn't know I couldn't breathe well. So she's going to be at the Phoenix, rocking and rolling. So
sure am.
Chelsea, tell us, or I know, can you tell us, everybody in the chat, what it is you do and, what they can expect from you at the Phoenix?
So, welcome. Hey. In the house, and I'm super, super excited to be part of this amazing community out here. But like Andrew said, I've been a PT in outpatient physical therapy for over 12 years now. I've got just about any kind of certification out there that would benefit future athletes on anything. Anybody looking to do either movement restoration, endurance training, improving your workout quality. And it doesn't even have to be workout related. It can be, I sit at a desk all day and my back and my shoulders are wrecked. My wrist is wrecked from moving a mouse all day. Our body is designed to move, and whenever we have limitations in that, you end up compensating further and further down the line, and you end up with an injury or an issue. So I've kind of built this company around the idea that you don't have to wait until it's broken to fix it. It's better to get ahead of the curve on that and really kind of see and put in the time and effort up front in order to prevent those breakdowns from happening.
Yep.
So a lot of PT clinics, traditional PT clinics, you're in there for an hour at a time. You got to travel there and back in order to get there, and it's a big investment from a cost standpoint and a time standpoint. And over years and years of doing that, I just kind of realized we could do better than this. We can do better. And so we're out here doing that, and we're proving over and over to these athletes that, hey, it's basically just good hygiene for your joints. You know, we brush our teeth every morning. You go to regular checkups with your doctor. This is good hygiene for your joints, muscles, movement quality, and it keeps you doing the things that you want to be doing. So
Yep.
that's kind of what we're here to do.
And she's going to be on site. These athletes are started. I'm going to go over the names again, but she's going to be on site, which is going to be incredible, because imagine how many times you've had that shoulder issue that's nagged on you. And for me, every time I've seen her, it's because I've been doing too much computer work, not deadlifting, not doing anything goofy. The programming here, we're very intentional, methodical about wellness and health and longevity, not working out at the expense of our health. So we're
Yes.
very grounded in that, and her philosophy, it fits right in well with that if you have a bump or a bruise or a tension or a tightness, you definitely need to exercise, but you do need to feel better and operate well. And and she's not immune to the fact that we all we work. Most people, salesmen, drive all the time. Their hip flexors are jacked up. They sit all the time. Their back is jacked up.
Yep.
So, I don't know. That was probably the most refreshing thing when I first saw Chelsea, is that A, she listened to me, and B, she had immediate practical solutions. And I was out of there. You know, the session was 15 minutes because we talked, and I just shot the bull with her, but she had me fixed in minutes. So,
Yeah.
in and out, fixed.
It's providing an efficiency to a very traditional service, but flipping it kind of in a boutique on its head way of saying, hey, don't wait till it falls apart till you fix it. You know, get your oil changed before that light comes on.
Love it.
So keeping everybody doing what they're wanting to do by taking care of the things that you need to do on the front end.
Exactly.
So.
Quality of life. And Lane asked you, so after this workout, what do you recommend treatment?
100%. I would recommend after your normal
Just
day,
dry needle
just
all your
do
legs.
it.
Just stab all your quads.
We need a cold plunge tub around here. We need some red light therapy. Somebody's gonna need some Graston where we scrape it. I mean, I looked around the room earlier today, and I'm not of the CrossFitter world yet. I'm not in there competing and doing all the activities with it today, but I walked in there and I thought, everybody needs something in here.
Yeah. So we're actually going to bring James on camera. We're going to dry needle his face.
We could. Have needles will travel.
Bring him on, his cheekbones. All right, so let's get to these athletes. And Chelsea, here in a bit, I need to look. I think you are going to give away a prize.
We're doing
to
a
somebody.
giveaway. So I'm doing like a free
Check.
injury assessment. And that can be from anything from if it's CrossFit related, if it's not CrossFit related. Again, we want you to see the results that you can get in an efficient, shorter amount of time than traditional services provide. So we want to see it. We want you to see it for yourself.
And then is it dry needling as well? Are you gonna?
Yep,
dry
I'm
needle?
gonna do an injury assessment and dry needling with it.
Okay. Bingo. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. In the meantime, let's talk about these athletes a little bit. So, yeah.
Did you bring enough
Havoc in the
needles?
comments. King Havoc. Is that who I think it is? Okay. So Corey knocking out chest to bar. He's being intelligent. We talked about this plenty of times. But he's doing that single strategy where we talked about you can do these big sets, but you're going to burn out your engine, and your chest and your lats and your biceps are all going to be shot. He's staying smart. Next to him is his wife, Hannah. I don't know if she has bar muscle ups. You can see Mary right there.
Yeah.
She does have bar muscle ups. What do you think about all this, Chelsea? When you see these athletes rocking and rolling, what do you think is in their head?
I mean, more than anything, I'm just super impressed with the quality of people that come here, that give it everything that they've got, every chance that they get. There's not a single person that's just kind of half-tailing their way through today's workout. I mean, everybody is giving it everything they got, and it's just overall super, super impressive. But one thing that really kind of stands out to me is the different muscle groups that you're using within the workout. It's just gassing everybody. it's just draining everybody out. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so difficult.
Yeah, and that's the best, that's why I love CrossFit. It's constantly varied. It's not random fitness, it's constantly varied. So what we try to do is we take advantage of primary muscle groups and all the functions. So there's flexion and extension of nearly every joint in the human body. Where traditional bodybuilding, you're just doing bicep curls.
Yep.
Maybe you do tricep, but we're not building a bridge. We want to build the whole bridge, not just really good paving or really good base or whatever. We want to build the whole thing that's the highest quality. And so these thrusters and bar muscle ups are opposite muscle groups, opposite functions. And so what you get is just an absolutely wrecked athlete because every muscle is being demanded.
Everything's gassed by the end of it. It's just trashed.
And
so, I mean, it is a good opportunity for like a full body recovery.
Here we go.
Full body recovery, and you can just see it. You can see it happening.
I could not imagine having like a massage, like a sports massage on my quads right now. I would die. Why don't we give the people what they want? Give the people what they want, Andrew. We're gonna go pick somebody out in the crowd, lay them up on this table, and see how long it takes them to
drop
scream.
Drop an elbow in there, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, and that brings up a good point too. So after something like this, it's really not the ideal time to go see a physical therapist or get fixed. You really want your body to go through the normal inflammatory process that it should in order to provide healing to those tissue areas. And then you want to work the recovery side of that. So that's another thing I feel like a lot of athletes jump into is they immediately want the quick fix right after. Like, hey, I'm sore today. I need to be fixed by tomorrow. And your body actually naturally needs to go through that process.
Yes. Okay. So great. So don't lay the elbow down on the quads right now. Just wait a couple days.
Don't go home and Theragun it. Don't do the thing. Just ice, recover. A lot of elevation, compression, a lot of the easy stuff that we all know to do. Just treat your body kind.
Boom. It's a really good question. Just what do you do post-workout to feel your... Oh, my gosh. We have... I don't even want to say who just walked into this trailer. But, so, Chelsea, before we let you go, let's reframe that question one more time. We have 4 minutes left in this heat. For every athlete that has gone today or went this morning, what would your best recommendation be for them? There's two different people that I'm saying here.
Okay.
One is the person who's not going to do this again. How should they recover? So that way they can work out well on Monday and perform their best on Friday. And then the other person who is going to do it on Monday, should their recovery protocols look differently?
That's a fantastic question. Yeah, they should vary a little bit differently. So for the athlete that's like, I did it, I checked off the box, and I'm not doing this one again, or I'm just not doing it again at all. You need to treat your body a little bit kinder and give it a longer recovery time frame. Treat it well for at least 48 hours to recover from that inflammatory process. The ones that are going to be redoing this again at any point or doing it again on Monday and back like in the heat on Monday, you really need to focus on keeping warmth to your muscles so that nothing gets tight, constricted, because that's when you risk injury and tearing something.
So with heat, are you saying like an actual like thermal heat? Are you saying like dynamic stretch or like lightweight bodyweight squats?
So you want to stay away from ballistics. You want to stay away from weights on anything. Stretching is most ideal because once you have contracted something, so even you mentioned bicep curls earlier, something very, very simple. You can only strengthen something so far and shorten it for so long before it needs to be re-lengthened. So after today's workout where you are contracting and relaxing regularly, that muscle needs lengthening to recover. So lots of good dynamic stretching, not ballistic stretching, and keep those muscles warm and going.
And one more thing, layman's, what are some ballistic stretches that they need to... Like, what's the difference between dynamic and ballistic? Tell the folks.
So ballistic is what I see a lot of people think that they're like warming up, but that's where you kind of like lean as far as you can into a stretch and then like bounce into it. that is just overstretching that tendon and again risking injury on that. Dynamic stretching is you ease into it a little bit, you sit into it for about 10-15 seconds to allow that muscle lengthening adaptation to
2
it.
minutes left, and one example I've seen is it's almost like taking a rubber band out of a freezer.
Yes.
You're not just going to grab the rubber band and stretch it, because what happens, it breaks. What do you have to do? You have to get it to where it's malleable.
warm
It
it.
takes time, warm it up, and then you
and then
can
apply. And you even
stretch.
do that sometimes like in sections on that. So for arms where we've got a lot of arm going on here and bicep and stuff, getting against a wall. So if Andrew's my wall here, getting against and kind of rotating away from it.
You've done
is
those
a
in class.
fantastic way to like get on the rig, stretch away from it so that you've got a good lengthening to that. Same thing with the legs. You can reproduce that in a good lengthening way that's going to keep you guys warm and moving the way you need to.
Boom. James, how much time do we have left?
70.
70 seconds. I love that you keep saying 70. I love
It's
the
just good
specificity. So Corey and Mary both have bar muscle-ups. They're both trying their hardest right here.
Yeah, get it, girl, get it, girl.
My goodness.
She's fighting for it though. Come on,
Her
come on,
arm,
get it.
wow.
Yes.
How about that?
Get it.
That is an absolute grind of a rep.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Fought hard for it.
we literally are seeing somebody push their mind and body to its absolute brink. And when I say by pushing her body to the brink, it's not like a dangerous thing. She's not ripping and tearing her muscles, but her muscles are absolutely out of energy.
Yeah.
There is nothing in there, and she is just, it's all up here.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about CrossFit is a lot of people over assume that we're hyper competitive. It's not that hyper competitive. Chelsea kind of mentioned this earlier. It's that everybody here is very excellence oriented.
Yes.
10 seconds left. Everybody wants to do their best. That's it. They're not really trying to beat somebody.
No. It's a personal best. Everyone's out
That's
here
right.
encouraging everybody and doing their best.
That's it. That's
what
exactly
makes
right.
this community awesome.
You always see high fives, handshakes. You
Yeah.
see
Everyone cheering
knuckles
each
right
other
there.
on. Yeah.
There's no egos, no anything like that.
No.
So, all right, let's pick a winner. So we have the overhead shot. Here's how you're gonna do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna
What do I
pick
do?
somebody on screen.
Oh, I love this game.
Anybody? Oh, you got a 1 in 3 shot. Somebody on the screen, top right of the screen. Pick somebody in there. It can be anybody you want. Ideally, not your husband.
He ain't here anyway, so we're good. Let's go, man. Orange shirt sitting on the
Orange shirt.
over here,
On
Sitting
the
on the-
rower,
on the-
facing away from us.
facing away from us.
I'm
sitting
gonna have
on
to
the
go
barbell.
see who that is. I can't see that far.
Gabriel's in front. Oh, he's about to turn around. He's walking towards the rig right now. Is that
Jake! Jake Elkins! No way! He's gonna flip.
That's Jake.
That is Jake, because he was lane 1.
Yeah. So that's
Holy smokes.
Jake. So Jake.
Wow.
From the back. Had no idea.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I
Who's the
didn't know
winner?
who it was.
No, he just won.
Winner.
She's. I can't wait for this.
Look.
Chelsea, as soon as he finds out, we'll let you go. But this is going to be.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at that cute couple. Look, she's.
Look, he's like, what? What's
He's
happening?
going, what now? Yeah, and he's shaking his head like, please,
He's
just
like,
let me
"Oh,
go
God."
die. Let me go outside. So, Chelsea, thank you
All
for
right, yeah.
joining us. We're super excited to have you. Thank you so much. Jake
Bye, y'all.
Elkins going to get that dry needling. All right. Who's coming on here? Is it... all right, Michelle, come on. Free and Lee. Now it's Free and Andrew. All right. You can tell by her shirt. Her personality is on her shirt. Gym addict. So, our personalities are opposites, wouldn't you say?
Night and day. Night and day.
Michelle is one of the kindest, most genuine people you will ever interact with, and she can dish it out as well as she can receive
That's
it.
right.
So,
That's right. Yep.
Michelle, how many bar muscle-ups did you get?
All 15 of them.
How about that?
Yeah. Promise. Can't help surprised myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many thrusters did you get? No,
Two.
double unders.
Two. I did
Two?
all the
Okay,
doubles.
two.
I had 2 thrusters.
Okay, we
so.
couldn't tell if the clock had expired or not. There's just a little bit of a delay.
Okay,
all that stuff.
Steven told me I got 2, so we're gonna go with 2.
We'll check the
So,
clock,
yeah.
make sure you did. We'll keep you honest.
Don't take it away.
So your husband is coming next, right?
No, he just went.
Oh, okay, okay. So last
Poor
heat's
thing.
coming up.
Struggling a little bit.
Yeah, if it was bench press though.
He is tight. He cannot kip. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working. He likes to do everything strict.
Yeah, he does strict pull-ups.
Yeah.
Every
I mean,
ben-
he can do good, but
if I program bench press at 1 a.m.
He's
on a
excited.
Sunday,
Oh, oh.
he'd be here.
bench or deadlift, he's down for it all day long. Yeah.
So do you think you approached the workout well?
You know, I just went in thinking I'm going to do what feels right with my body, so I broke it up. I broke up the thrusters to sets of 7, I think, the first about 21. And then they told me to break up the pull-ups, but I started and I was like, yeah, I'm not breaking these up. So I
Yeah.
just did those all the way through. That felt stupid. I did better on chest to bar than I thought I was going to do.
Do you think that breaking up the pull-ups or not breaking them up was a good decision?
Yeah, because I wasn't winded when I got
Yeah.
off. That didn't win me. The pull-up did. Now, if it was more than that, maybe, but 21 didn't win me. If obviously, maybe if that's something you're working on, I would definitely
Right.
break it up. But that didn't bother me. Now, obviously, I broke up the chest to bar. Chest to bar win me more than anything. I feel like that wins me more than bar muscle up. I don't know what it is about that movement, but it takes more out of me.
Yeah, that cycle rate.
Yeah.
You're moving quickly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like burpees versus burpee box jumps.
Yeah.
You at least get some. You're just slowing down a little bit. The bar muscle up is super anaerobic. It's not very aerobic. You're just contracting muscles. So once those are gone,
Yeah.
then they're exhausting. But I agree with you. I tell people all the time, I would rather do RX Plus on any workout than scaled.
Oh, 100%,
Because you have an
100%.
excuse to rest.
Yep.
I'd rather set that heavy barbell down or high box and just
Yeah.
sit there for a second, then keep on going. That's why
yeah.
reboot's so tough. Lightweight, high rep,
Yep.
and you are just a cardio machine.
That's right. That second round's rough. Anybody who hasn't done it, that second round of thrusters, that one,
What was the weight for you guys? The woman?
65, 75, 85.
Okay.
So. But you know what's funny? I guess because after doing 15 bar muscle ups, when I got to the 85, I was like, wow, this is actually not very heavy. Which was odd. That second round,
Right.
though, felt heavy.
When we were watching, y'all was like, here, this. So this is a stinky position to be in because everybody knows that you're on dubs and everybody knows that you have enough time to get back to the bar, but only you know how bad you feel.
Yeah, honestly, the double unders felt worse for me, but I don't do double unders well when my body is stressed. I tend to mess up, and if you look, I messed up quite a few times on them. Like I would lip the front of my toes. So I would just go again. It wasn't enough to like mess me up that much, but I definitely did. So
I want to ask you a question too. We've never done this on the live stream, but I want you to tell folks your background and.
Okay.
There's a lot of women that watch this. They get into CrossFit. They're intimidated. They think they can't do it, or they had a baby, and they, it's intimidating. What would you tell those ladies?
Well, funny story. You want me to tell my story about my first experience with CrossFit? Right after I had my first baby.
Maybe your second one. When I was here.
Okay, because you weren't with that one. I was gonna say because I did.
That was like
That was a
2010.
lot. That was okay. We'll go with the second
Your
one.
first
Then.
second
My
one.
bad. Andrew wasn't involved in that one, so we'll just forget about that.
That was like
one.
probably 2000.
Pause. That was.
Because I just found out about this. Let's tell them what you were.
Okay, so after I had my first baby in 2011, I heard about all the CrossFit jazz, and I was like, well, maybe I'll give this a shot. Being an athlete my whole life, I was kind of tired of just going to the Y and doing the same old by myself. So I went, and granted, I was maybe like 2 months postpartum. I wasn't far out. And I went, and they were like, yeah, come in, give it a try. And I remember walking in. Granted, I'd never done anything with a barbell before in my life, and I see people slinging this bar above their head and doing these movements, like just, throwing it over their head, and I didn't even know what a clean I didn't know what any of those movements were. And so they're like, yeah, come on in, let's work with the barbell. And this lady pulled me over the side, and we were doing stuff, and I was like, I'll never be able to do this.
Then she takes me over and we do a workout with the ball. Needless to say,
James, it was a blonde woman.
yeah, it was a blonde woman. Needless to say, the
Coach.
next week the entire week I could barely walk. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. I cannot do this. So that kind of paused my CrossFit dreams for a hot minute until after my third baby, I had some friends that pushed me to try CrossFit again, and I did. And I never knew in years would have thought that I would have met the best group of people that I consider my family now that push me every day. And I feel like I'm kind of a shell of the person that I used to be.
Damn.
So, yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way. Yeah, in a good way. Excuse me. I mean, the personality is all the same, but
I'm a shell of my former self. I did not expect that. Didn't see that coming.
I mean, like,
well, here comes Mike Wright.
physically. I'm in better shape than I was when I played soccer in college. Yes.
How about
like,
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she's-
CrossFit did that for me.
Yeah, she's jacked
Yeah.
out of her mind. And
So-
I never am ever going to ask a woman her weight or tell us how many pounds she's lost, but she has lost a ton of body fat. We don't measure weight here because weight is not health. Body fat and muscle mass is what makes you healthy. And her body composition is obviously, looking at her arms, incredible.
Put me on the
And
spot.
if you measure her, her blood pressure and all the health
Oh, yeah,
metrics,
that's really good.
you be through the roof. So that's what we focus on
Yeah.
here. And
Yep.
you're an
It do-
inspiration.
It doesn't hurt that when I come work out every day, you get to work out with your friends and family and just converse and be stupid and silly and dance around the place and
Yeah,
Hey,
and talk while the coach is talking.
Andrew's the #1 dancer.
I taught her everything she knows.
Woo!
All right, Michelle, I'm going to bring Mike on.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it.
You're a rock
Peace out.
star. Come on, Mike.
All right.
It's been a while since I've been able to sit down with you. So we're in our last heat. We've got Riley Robertson, Katie Robles, Jenna Wood, Jared Keckner, Brooke Glover, Ryan may be here. There's a question mark next to his name. And Autumn. So,
Yikes.
last heat of the night. What do you think?
Well, I think we've got a good group in there, and everybody's done really well, it seems to me like, and have pretty good plans about their workout, so I'm impressed with it.
Yeah, I've seen, this is definitely a workout that you can overestimate yourself or underestimate the workout, get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
21 pull-ups when you're fresh is not bad. 42 double unders when you're fresh is not bad, or whatever the number was.
Yeah.
I just did it and I can't even remember. But when you do those, it ropes you in. All of a sudden, that fatigue catches you and you're done.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of people take intentional rests, even hands on the knees, sitting there getting oxygen in their system so
Yeah.
they can perform well.
Yeah.
So it's good to see.
Well, I wanted to do my hands on my knees, but I had Gabriel and Lee both there making sure that I didn't get to do that. So
Oh,
it was
well done.
terrible.
Goodness gracious. I did. I went hands on knees. I was like, I'm breathing here.
I think there was, in this workout, and everybody's got an opinion about it, but probably a little bit more legs in it than you would think it would be.
Right.
Because you're thinking, well, it's going to be on that bar, but actually, those thrusters and then the double unders was a little bit more on the legs, I think, than maybe we thought about. Is that Riley?
That's Riley.
All right, my man.
sure
on
is.
chest to bars.
And he's doing what we talked about where he's breaking them up.
Yes.
That man can do 18 unbroken chest to bar if he wanted to, but he's not because he knows he can do bar muscle ups and he knows he can do that 135 thruster. So
Yeah.
to the untrained eye, it looks like he's maybe tired. No. He is 100% focused on having enough energy to hit those 135-pound thrusters.
Well, that was one of the things that you had mentioned to me before I started is, and Lee did the same thing, and that was on those pull-ups. Just because I could do them didn't mean that I needed to go unbroken with them, to let that be my time because I knew I was going to go to something else that was going to stress me.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the double unders, but still, the point is to take the rest on the thing. I would think you'd take the rest on what's hard, but the idea was take it on what is easy so you
Right.
can work on what is hard.
That's
so that
exactly
was
right. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And I've told athletes this before, but you kind of want to think of those difficult reps more so like a lift. Since it's so anaerobic, you wouldn't go up to, let's say we were working on a by 7 clean and jerk, heavy weight, yes, you can tap and go. But if you have an opportunity to do singles, you feel a lot better dropping from the top, picking it up, going. So you want to approach that more like it's a by one.
Right.
If it's a by one, of course I'm going to rest in between. So you want to be rested up until that point. Then you pick it up, set it down, take a step back.
Yeah.
So Mike, how old are you?
Well,
That was one of our trivia questions earlier. Somebody won a
yeah,
gift card.
I'm 74. I was 74 in October, so I'm 74 and 4 months old.
Okay.
So that's what I am.
That's incredible that you know it to the month.
I do. Well, the reason I counted up
He's 74 and a half.
the reason I no. Okay. All you children. So I'm the oldest guy in the gym, and anyway, the point is this: that the reason I know to the month is because I did. Your wife Candace asked me if I would do a body scan because I hadn't had one in a couple years, and I told her I was wondering about my muscle mass, and you'd mentioned that earlier. And one of the things that happened is I did that yesterday, did a body scan, and I went back to the last one I did, which was in June of 23, and my muscle mass has remained the same for almost 2 years. Now, that may not be important to a lot of people, but at 74 years old,
Right.
you lose a great percentage of muscle mass every year.
Yep.
And for me to not have lost any was amazing, and my body fat was the same, so which wasn't terrible, I think like 17 or whatever, but so that's the reason I love CrossFit. For me, I don't know about other people how they live their life, but at 74 years old, I'm glad that I can come to the gym, I can work out, and
Right.
It's amazing to me.
Right, and somewhat of a shameless plug. So I program for both CrossFit and Reboot, and the only reason I say that I do it is because there's plenty of gyms that purchase programming. There's great programming out there, not down that, but the way I approach programming is longevity. We don't do 1 rep max deadlifts, we don't do pistols, and CrossFit itself, HQ, definitely incorporates those exercises, but I want to be like Mike when I'm 74. I don't want to be 40 and have hurt knees or a jacked up shoulder. Of course, exercising in itself has, inherent possibilities of getting hurt because you're just like if you're running outside. We have a couple Ironmen that have hurt their shoulders while cycling, and things happen, but the goal is to be here. The goal is to maintain quality of life, not be 55 years old and looking at, sitting on the couch doing nothing. You want to be as active as this guy.
Well, I'm in my 6th year now, starting this year in January. I'm in my 6th year here at the gym. And I know people talk about CrossFit being a place where you're going to get hurt, you're going to break something or whatever. But my point on this is that I've been here for 6 years, and thankfully, I've not had anything torn. There's nothing on me that's beaten up. And as a matter of fact, I'm in better shape than probably I've ever been. So anyway, that's me. So I'm not afraid of the place. I love
Make it a commercial. There you go.
I embrace it. I don't sit on the couch. I come up here and like Michelle said, you have so many friends, and you're talking about hundreds of people that you are friends with and can work out with and cheer them on as they're working out. So
Hey Brian, I see you in the comments. But yeah, I mean, look, this is where we're all headed. If that's where we're headed, if that's the end goal when I'm 74 in 4 months,
of course,
I'm gonna be so excited because I know a lot of folks are on medications and tired and can't do this, can't do that. I trained a 75-year-old a few years ago, and his only goal was to be able to hike by himself. He couldn't hike, and he loved hiking, but his knees and his hips, and he didn't have the confidence to step over roots. And that's not something that you think about. You go hunting and
well, even when you have physical problems that are DNA based, for an example, in my left knee, I've got a place where the cartilage is off on one of the quadrants of my tibia. So the point is this: that I do wear a brace, and it's an offloading brace on my knee. But again, because of the muscle and the tendons and everything that is around that knee and the workouts that I have, it allows me to just keep working. So someone asked me the other day, said, well, you got a brace in your knee. Are you going to be able to do squats? And I said, heck yeah, I'm going to do squats.
Yeah.
It's the cartilage that is a problem, and they give me a shot in that. But that's the only thing that's a detriment to me. And I've had, some people have other things. I've had a torn bicep, but I still work out. And to me, CrossFit and what you program, for me, if nobody else, is a blessing.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I look at you and I'm like, well, let's get Mike better. Let's keep doing more of that. So on the screen, we have 90 seconds left. This is where things start getting tough. 70 seconds left. You can see Mr. Jared Keckner rocking and rolling.
He's looking good. This is his second time on the...
And he's making those thrusters look easy. This is one of those workouts where it pays to be shorter because you don't have as much range of motion to cover with that heavy barbell.
That's right.
I saw earlier that Sophia was coaching Katie on trying to get to that chest to bar. You can now see Lee trying to coach her through it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's tough when you're exhausted. It's hard to hear. It's like your ears don't work, but it looks like she's listening well. She's a coach at
she's pulling right
gymnastics place and knows her body well.
Oh, really?
How much time left there, James? 30 seconds left. You can see Jenna rocking and rolling, Jared rocking and rolling.
Yep, he's crushing it.
Brooke cleaning that barbell up.
Come on, Brooke. There she goes.
That thruster's heavy for her.
She's good.
She's looking good. 10 seconds left. Everybody's trying to fight for those last few reps. Come on, Jared. Get that barbell up. Katie, get a couple more reps.
Yeah, she got it. Come on,
Riley,
Riley, let's go,
Biggin.
Oh, no.
He didn't have enough time, unfortunately.
Yikes.
Well, that was our final heat for the night.
Great.
And I want to give one more shout out to our sponsors before we head out. It's actually kind of difficult to list them all throughout the night. Sorry, this is a mirrored image. That away, you can see the logos in the top left of the screen.
I could turn around and see the back of my shirt, all of them.
But Chelsea was on tonight. She gave away a dry needling and intro to Jake Elkins, who
of all people,
she was like, that guy with the orange shirt. And I was like, who is that guy? And it's Jake.
The guy that needs it the worst,
and Jake gave away Sister Shirts gift card to Cody's girlfriend.
Nice.
And we also had Automatic Fire System give away 3 gift cards to Visa gift cards. All right, Visa cards. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Visa cards you can spend anywhere.
Yeah.
We had who won? Was it Stephanie? Stephanie was one of them.
Stephanie was Stephanie, and then
Jeremiah Colwell and Stephanie McElwain and George. That's exactly right. So they gave away $250 worth of gift.
That's amazing.
Visa cards.
That's amazing.
And
that's generous.
You know, we do try hard to make all this pretty awesome, and we have a blast with it. I want to give James a massive shout out. James McCool. He is an incredibly talented gentleman. There's James.
There he is.
You can see
all right.
Corey Witt behind him, the incredible athlete himself. And he's putting all this together, running 200-foot HDMIs, 37 cameras, gimbals, and all that stuff. But
amazing. Without
the sponsors driving all the hype and getting folks involved and all that, I'm sure it wouldn't be nearly as exciting. So, and all thanks to Mike and everybody who's been on.
Well, Andrew Rape is not going to say anything about himself either. He's going to brag on everybody else. He'll give credit to everyone else. But this guy right here is amazing. Just paying attention to us, our bodies, our lives, and our minds, just taking care of us. And if we're down, he's there to encourage us. And if we're up, he's there to knock us down, I guess. I don't know.
That's right.
This guy right here is amazing, and we love him.
I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. That's all right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that about wraps it up for 25.2, which was a repeat. Real quick, what do you think next week is?
You're the guru of that.
Okay, I think we're probably going to see a deadlift or a row.
Okay.
I think we'll see box, and I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw wall climbs.
I don't mind wall climbs, but I'm glad you did not say wall balls.
Wall ball could be in there, but CrossFit can do anything, but thruster is the exact same function as of a wall ball. I wouldn't imagine they would bring those in there, but wall climb and deadlift and row are basically the same function. Wall climb and box overs, those are complementary functions to what we haven't seen yet, which means if there was a combo of those exercises, that would be a new workout, and I see it happening.
It'd be good.
I really do, especially with how trashed everybody's legs are. I think wall climbs would be appropriate. We used to see handstand push-ups, but
we did last year.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, they really shifted heavy to wall climbs. I thought we would never see handstand push-ups again.
Huh.
But obviously, that can happen. So if it's not wall climbs, I would say maybe we see a handstand push-up, or maybe we see handstand push-up, then strict handstand push-up, then wall climb. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not planning this.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you to all athletes that went. We're going to go set up the gym into a church now. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.